Alright everyone, Toad Actor here. So Black Matter have just released a new patch for Hell Let Loose. And we're going to go through the patch notes now, see what they fixed, see what they've added, and my thoughts on it. But what we can see first is its primary purpose is to fix the crashes brought in by Update 6. So hopefully these are actually good fixes. So let's have a look. There's a new mode added to San Maria Glees, offensive mode added, so that's good with the US on the attack. More free seasonal DLC. So this is the American Paratrooper armor. You can only access it by actually downloading it, and what you need to do is actually click on this link here, and that's how you'll get into the DLC part of the store, and you'll then be able to download it. To actually use this uniform, you need to edit the appearance for one of the allies' roles. You need to make sure that role is ranked 7, and then you just select it right here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's really nicely detailed, nice little bits on the belt and stuff. I'll be looking forward to using this uniform. At the minute, I use the assault vest mainly for my American kits, and if you see some more for the German side, we got some more caps, goggles. They do actually say the glasses, goggles, and the smoking paraphernalia are not live yet. They're going to arrive at a later date, so this is just a little sneak peek. But yeah, they look good. I mean, to be honest, I'm mainly going to be using the helmets. I just like the look of the helmets, but these are still nice hats. That's a good little recruit hat. I don't know if there's that. I'm not too clued up on the meanings of the badges and emblems, but I don't know. Just because of that symbol, it just reminds me of like an Air Force. And this hat you see here, this is only available to tank commanders, and officers. But you do need to get the right equipment, not the right equipment, the right role rank for it. So here we go. Let's go on to the actual patch notes themselves. So first off, performance, optimize all character models, fine tuning of LODs. So we'll lower the CPU burden across the board. So that's really good because Hell Let Loose is actually a very CPU intensive game, and I recently upgraded my processor to a Ryzen 7 3700X, and I got a big FPS boost. So hopefully that will just help everyone out. Now, crashes. So a high probability speculative fix for a ballistics crash. So this is basically saying this may or may not be fixed, which accounts for 96% of all client crashes, that's us, and 100% of all server crashes. So if that is an actual fix, that is absolutely amazing, because with that fix as well, that is 99% of all client crashes and 100% of all server crashes. That's amazing, especially for a game in early access. Right, now onto some HUD and UI elements. So a HUD image for a recon vehicle's third seat does not correctly scale when zoomed in on certain resolutions. Okay, that's a little fix there. Refresh service button will be unresponsive to user interaction if the cursor has not been moved off of the button since last click. I don't see the point in that. I guess that's to stop you there, like click, click, click. I don't know why they've done that. And users will be unable to change between all service and favorites if the user already has the cursor positioned over the unselected heading before the servers are found. Okay, not sure the point in these. Okay. Visual improvements: fixed lighting issues across most maps where shadows at a distance were not rendered. I actually noticed this quite a lot on Utah. That's San Maria Glees. That's a good fix to help I guess sort of like with the immersion factor and just the overall visual fidelity of the game. So this is a nice little fix. And these are just the customization they've added. Okay, to access head cosmetics, click on your chosen face to open a new menu. So to access the face customization, we're in game here. Click on Bill, and you can see what extra options are available here for Bill. So I've just got the winter version of him. Bug fixes. All closed buildings are now blocked to stop players spawning in them. That is a great bug fix. I haven't had that issue or seen that issue or seen anyone in chat mentioning that, but that's a really good fix. Adding additional names to in-game credits to reflect new team members is good. It's always to give the right people credit. Hopefully they keep staff that have now left the team on there. They should do that, because no matter what input they've had into the game, they should be on there really. No window model present when sitting within sitting within the 5th seat of the Greyhound recon vehicle. Okay, right. Yeah, I haven't actually been in the Greyhound yet, but that's a nice little fix. Clipping issues on the German uniforms when using the Winter Hans head variant. So yeah, clipping issues can just look a bit odd, so it's good to get rid of those. Graphical issues on winter heads as well. So that's the heads with the sort of like scarf or extra clothing on. Hans and Karl have distorted textures on their balaclavas. Okay, and the Puma Recon vehicle moves constantly after firing the main weapon, so that's fixed there. Okay, Recon tooltip for Surveil. The German Puma and US Greyhound does not give any combat score when destroyed. I guess that's gonna please anti-tank players and armor players. And a fix for selecting the officer role after they've been kicked from a unit and they're unable to join another one. Yes, that's good, because if you get that bug, you'll have to quit the server and probably rejoin, I guess. So map fixes. Purple Heart Lane. One of the bridges has no collision with players and has one-way bullet collision in sector C4. That's pretty bad, but it's good to see that's fixed. Hill 400. Deep rivers now marked as red on the map, so it's going to stop you just jumping in them and dying. US and German lines are if you actually notice in the map, of course before the patch, if you're playing on the US side, on the map it will show you're spawning on the German side. That's, I don't even know how that made it in the game, to be honest. Okay, US top headquarters heavy tank spawn location is the exact same spawn point as the commander's fuel abilities spawn location. Okay, I guess that was causing some issues when they're trying to spawn in the tank. Maybe something else was already there and it's causing odd issues. I guess it's going to please a lot of armor players and commanders. Change the rocky ground texture to possess correct footstep sounds. Yeah, I mean that's always good to get the right footstep sounds. It's good for close quarter engagement, so you can hear people moving around and actually be able to tell they're walking around on rocks instead of whatever sound it was producing, probably more like mud. Fuel orders confirmed within the top. German headquarters will place the vehicle directly behind the Panther tank. I guess they were probably trying to spawn on top of the Panther tank instead. And spawning on the middle US headquarters will spawn the player at the bottom US headquarters. Okay, that's another little fix. The German repair station and resupply station, they were floating, and now they're fixed. Okay. On to Utah Beach. Most of the log ramps on Utah Beach in sectors I3 to I8 had no collision. So that's good, that's fixed. I guess if you're hiding behind them, you can still get shot, so that's good. On Omaha Beach, the US recon vehicle couldn't be spawned on the middle HQ spawn. Okay. So this is what they're working on. Okay, so this is where the big changes will be, and I guess some of these will be coming in update 7. So multiple changes to the garrison and outpost spawn meta. So that's really reflecting building garrisons and redeploying, stuff like that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that, because that could really change how the game is played. Yeah, we know the animation overhaul's incoming. I'm looking forward to see what this all looks like. I really like the sound of that new high density urban map. So hopefully that's actually like a city map, like Paris, or I'm trying to think of other cities, maybe even Berlin, because that would be the Soviets and not Berlin. Just some other big cities, or at least big towns. There'll be plenty of battles that I couldn't even name, to be honest. But I really want a good full urban map. I just hope that the performance doesn't tank for that map. An enormous scale non-hedges bridge map. See, what I thought immediately when I read that was Operation Market Garden and all the bridges along that. That's what I think of that. May not be Market Garden that goes in, but it could be, but it might not be. There's plenty of other bridge-related, battles that happened during World War II. And another non-hedges map. Okay, it could be anywhere. Overhaul of all, I guess that's visual effects in the game. Yeah, visual performance. new weapons, new vehicles, new customization, bug fixes, map overhauls for older maps. That's good. And not a lot of developers actually do this. They'll put out a map, maybe do some bug fixes on it, and that's it. But it's really good to see Black Matter actually going back to old maps and doing changes on it, like they've done with Utah. So it'd be really good to see what they have in. It'd be really good to see what they do to some of the older maps. The sound overhaul, yeah, we know that's incoming. Engineer and support role overhauls, I think that should be its own separate line. But yeah, I know the support role is getting overhauled. I'm not sure. I've heard about the engineer getting one. Be interesting to see what that is, because I don't think it needs an overhaul. I think it needs something to attract more players to it. Yeah, not a lot of players play engineer, or if they do, they'll play engineer just to build the nodes or just to put some defenses down, and that's it. Maybe they should make like sandbags and stuff have their own like health, so then the engineer needs to come in and repair them up, something like that. The fixing the redeploy gameplay loop, that's kind of linked to the garrison and OP spawn meta. But yeah, I mean, everyone's sort of guilty of this. You're attacking one point, your point you're meant to be defending's getting really overrun, so you just redeploy, go back, and help them out. So yeah, they're getting rid of that, I think. Implementing satisfying logistic roles. I'm guessing that's linked to the overhaul of support, because we know they'll be bringing in logistics vehicles, so it's going to be linked to that. And people transports as well, so like jeeps and stuff. New command abilities and fleshing out the resource meta. Okay. Continued polish on the game modes, continued work on the progression systems, and gaining experience. Essentially, they're working on everything in the game. But it's really good. I mean, it's an early access. It's really good to see the devs not just putting something out and sort of being happy with it. They're going back and revisiting it after a good few months, or it's been out nearly a year now, I think it has. But it's good to see them already going back and improving things they've already put into the game, and where they're going to next. So yeah, patch 11 is a bit of a small one, but it's just the interim patch before update 7. So what they're doing next, so the coming weeks are going to start to deep dive into all the ways the game has changed, including all the new first person and third person animations, new vaulting and mantling, which is good because vaulting kind of sucks. The new MG deployment system, one of the new maps, several map overhauls. Okay, so maybe they can be revisiting all the old maps, maybe sound and visual effects, and so much more. Okay, so that is the patch notes. I'm really happy with this. It is just like they said, a small patch, but there's some good things in there. Good to see what they're working on and where their head is at. I've said in my impressions video I made a while ago that I've got a lot of faith in this development team, and I still do. If you're on the fence about buying this game, I would highly recommend to go out and get it. There was, I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but there was a sale for Hell Let Loose on Humble Bundle, so just check that out just in case if they're still on sale there, or if not, just add it to your wish list and just keep an eye on it. So hope you enjoyed going through the patch notes. I'll be going through update 7 when they release the notes for that, and giving you my thoughts on those as well. So if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. And thank you for watching.